Hello everyone! Welcome back to Angel's Blood. As you probably know, TXT made their latest comeback on the 21st of July of last year with a very special and emotional album, The Star Chapter Together. What's really special about this album is that it features a solo song from each TXT member. So I thought, why not look at the meaning behind each song and link it to the overall TXT storyline? Today, we are starting with Bird of Night by Taehyun. First of all, let's take a closer look at the title of this song. Bird of Night is actually a really well-fitting title for Taehyun, as the animal associated to him since debut is the bird, including the owl, a type of bird known for being awake and active mostly at night, and for having excellent night vision. It also symbolizes wisdom and knowledge, qualities that Taehyun shows, as even the Morse code back at the end of his question in film, "What do you see?" literally translates to clue. He is the one among his friends to look for solutions to their problems, trying to find ways to solve their struggles. In the Magic Island teaser video for Taehyun, the phrase, "There must be a way out," is written below the post. Next to it are 3 hashtags. The first one translates to, "The world is falling apart." The second one mentions his associated word, clue. And then the third one, "Let's think well," directly shows us his personality. In the dream chapter Eternity, the emojis mentioned in his bio also directly show this. As we can see footsteps, a flashlight, and a thinking emoji, which may indicate that when Taehyun sees something abnormal, such as abnormal footsteps, he would take the flashlight and would follow these footsteps, thinking about their origin and thinking about how he could help the group of boys to get out of their problems. Not only that, but the famous teddy bear reflecting the boys' pain also had a little code at the bottom right, translating to clue. And in fact, Taehyun was the one to pick it up at the end of the Runaway music video, because it is a clue for what they are going through. In fact, it is not a teddy bear, it is a representation of all of the boys' pains. Now, let's go back to Bird of Night. There is a particular scene I wanted to talk about, where we see what seems like the adult, grown Taehyun and the young adolescent Taehyun facing each other, reaching their arms but without ever grabbing each other's hands. This scene could probably translate to how both of these selves are helpless. The young version of Taehyun doesn't understand what being an adult is and how to face his responsibilities, taking in all of the pressure for his friends, whilst adult grown Taehyun is struggling to reconnect with the stars as he did when he was younger. These two Taehyuns don't communicate with each other. They are unable to guide each other through their respective problems. The way I see it, this may showcase how in this world, adults are not able to understand the difficulties younger people may be going through, just like young people do not comprehend the complicated problems adults keep fighting about. The lyrics also mention an unwavering starlight that keeps Taehyun awake at night, reminding him of his past mistakes. This is a direct connection to the overall TXT storyline, so I am going to open a quick parenthesis here to mention something really important. In the dream chapter Eternity, photo port of Taehyun that I mentioned earlier, the code written right here actually translates to suspicious, which is interesting because throughout the entire Can't You See Me music video, Taehyun is really acting suspicious, not talking to his friends, not smiling, like he was hiding something. Not only that, but he can also be seen crossing his fingers behind his back in the choreography. Just as the lyrics go, "Who's the liar?" which may indicate that he was lying or making a dishonest promise to his friends. Not only that, but back in the dream chapter Magic, in Angel or Devil, the teaser actually showed him as a devil? Yeah, all of which make him a very suspicious individual in the TXT universe. And actually, in a video by Bookish Theories, I love this channel, she points out how Taehyun may have brought an Easter egg from the virtual world into reality, just like Subin brought the dice into reality as well. This Easter egg may be the origin of the famous dragon we see almost in all TU music videos? Yeah, end of parenthesis. Now, this entire album is about the boys remembering their promise and coming back together, right? So, in Bird of Night, when Taehyun actually opens up about those countless sleepless nights, he reveals that guilt consumed him, that he was strangled by unknown emotions. However, since he now sees the starlight that has been calling him, he realizes that no matter how dark life might have been for him and for his friends, it never lasts forever and will eventually come to an end where the world will glow. Notice how the whole music video is filmed in the dark, but towards the end, as the song goes, glow, 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 the scenery brightens. Even the description of the song provided by Melon says about Bird of Night, the message that even a night when you can't sleep due to anxiety is a necessary time to move forward to tomorrow, conveys sympathy and comfort to many. Now he is heading towards the stars together with his childhood. This is clearly said in the lyrics of the song. The reason I'm awake is to move toward the stars together with you. Go ahead. And we can also see very briefly written on the cassette, Ad Astra, translated from Latin as to the stars. This cassette right here also mentions restless bulb light, timeless starlight, which of course throws us back again at the star that has been waiting for the boys this whole time. This other cassette here mentions Blue Hour, one of their previous comeback songs, and as we all know, it's during the blue hour that the boys meet in the sky. So this might indicate that it's about time they meet for the last time and end the ongoing loop that's been going on during their adolescence. And there is also another cassette in which we can see Taehyun write the title of the song, Bird of Night, just for this writing to disappear towards the end of the MV. Now, the way I see it, since this album marks the end of TXT's 6-year-long storyline, this may be a sign that Taehyun doesn't actually associate with the Bird of Night anymore, since his sleepless nights full of worries now have become peaceful under the glowing star. He does not have any reason to stay awake at night. The problems he encountered while growing up are now no more than memories, showing how much he grew past them thanks to the star and his members. Another scene that caught my attention in the music video is one that shows 5 birds imprisoned inside a cage, just as Taehyun closes his eyes. And later, the birds are set free, and Taehyun opens his eyes once again. My interpretation of this is that the 5 birds obviously represent the 5 members of TXT. So the story goes and they forget about their promise, they couldn't see the starlight anymore, thus the closing of the eyes. However, in Taehyun's case, since his pain is literally his odd eyes, it could also symbolize how he felt like he needed to hide his pain in order to survive in the world, in fear of not being accepted by others. Once they reunited with their star, the boys finally understood the meaning of what they were going through, and now they finally feel free, flying like birds in the calm night. They opened their eyes to the true meaning of existence. At least that's how I see it. The Night City clip in Bird of Night actually also reminds me of the Beautiful Strangers music video. There we can see written all over the buildings that they should obey the system no matter the situation, which further enhances this feeling of imprisonment. I don't know about y'all, but this reminds me a lot of the Puma music video. In that music video, the members can be seen locked in cages, attached to chains, shot by arrows, all of which conveys the message that the members were actually not free during that time. Another thing I noticed is how similar some scenes in this music video were to previous music videos. For example, the scene where Taehyun was looking through a camera while sitting in a car reminded me so much of the scene in Up of a Star where we are first introduced to his pain, the odd eyes. Yeah, these were the main things that I could pinpoint in the music video that, in my opinion, relate to the TXT universe. I'll find you guys again in the next video. Bye!